Playing Rune Magic Cards by Tyson. The Roman Empire started to extend north around 2,000 years ago, and that is when they witnessed the Germanic people making divination with marks on chips of wood from fruit trees. Whether these runes were influenced by the Latin alphabet or whether it was just the language use that changed is up for debate, but it was clear that the Futhark runes, or Elder Mysteries, became the most influential on latter forms of runes. The English had 30 runes instead of 24, but most languages used less and did not read exactly the same. The initial alphabetic order was Futhark Guhani Jaipasat Bemlando. These were named Vahu, cattle, Aruz, aurochs, and other pre-domestic animals, Thurizaz, giant, or thorn, which is a devil, and Suz, wise or sheath of grain, God, Rado, ride or journey, Kanaz, or Kano, torch or hunter or ulcer, Gabo, which is gift or generously, Wunjo, which is joy or glory or bliss, Hagalaz, which is hail or frost, which is a giant demon, Nalthiz, which is need or distress, Isaz, which is ice, Jera, which is year or harvest or season, Ihwaz, which is you, the tree, Pertho, which is pear or apple tree, Algiz, which is protection or elk or defense, Sowilo, which is sun or eye, Taiwaz, which is justice, order, honor, God, Berkanan, which is birch, Ehwaz, which is horse. So distinguish that between Ihwaz and Ehwaz. Manaz, which is man, Laguz, which is lake or water or leak, a type of demon, Ingwaz, which is fertility, seed or progenitor, God, Dagaz, which is day, and Athalan, which is homeland, heritage, or estate. Donald Tyson's Rune Dice book is probably the best book I have read on runes. Aside from books of historical importance, Rune Dice Divination, Reading Fortunes, Doing Magic, Making Charms by Donald Tyson remains the best book on runes that I have heard of. Some information shared in this paper are in neither rune magic, complete instructions for the cards and dice, nor Rune Dice Divination, Reading Fortunes, Doing Magic, Making Charms. Mentioning these sources, I am not inviting to the priestcraft and shirking from proper beliefs that is reported. I see oracles as psychologically important and as methods of conveying spiritual information without soothsaying. We do not have to make runes on green wood with blood on carved lines, or even to call on spirits. And consider the order with pareidolia of someone who thinks the so-called gods and goddesses are giving them messages, even without the runes being seen as representing a particular sequence. or plethora of divinities. The randomization can be taken into a free association that is within the context of spiritual practice. In the following, I will attempt to express my way. Some of the traditional context will play a role, as will some that are not. The fixed and physical, mutable and emotional, and cardinal or mental atir families being Futhargu, Hanij Ipaz, Tebem Lungdo is an essential one to consider. The Fu-Nutib of fire, the Tha-Igem of water, the Rakaipung of air, the Gwazsado of earth is another. When I picked up a free box at a yard sale, I color-coded these on rune dice. If you do use runes in free association or other divination, you may want to use old methods, like deciding on a significator, using placement of them within or without a diagram, and the back or blank side, as the word is, that which comes to pass, a cycle, do, turn, a fate. The following is a reading using the cards, but the image okay, I wasn't sure what I was going to say there, but okay. E reversed. I shall bridle my expression about what I do not know, and not be foolish in my beliefs. W. The best is what is achieved, and that which is endowed with willing practice. H reversed. I have risen above the chilling of my being, and the fog of trials have formed into my advancement. I. What leaves some stuck can also free others in hope. F reversed. The cows have been toppled in the greed of acquiring too many to care for, and one's wealth becomes closed to us. O reversed. We can cultivate all we want, but if we are closed off to others, our prejudices will follow us to the grave. D reversed. There will come a time where the snake of 12 will turn no more, but another darkening can still come upon us now. Another darkening can come upon us now. So, going to be the second day of the dark quarter soon. Minutes now. J. Don't stay still at the harvest, but turn your wheel in its further processing. Z. Reversed. In keeping things away, we may cast away what we should accept, and our view is limited. B. Reversed. Passion arises like the coming green of trees. Desire and enjoyment are not wrong in themselves, but context and consequences should be considered. L. Reversed. The madness and appearance of devils seeps into the unconsciousness through drugs and laziness. T. Reversed. Intolerance leads to attacks and other injustices, but balance is possible. S. Reversed. Mjolnir is the pestle for the mortar, making flour to feed the guilt and shame of the night side Hakenkreuz. You know, the swastika. Ng, reversed. You know, NG reversed. Well, just plain NG, I guess. The seeds of seeding. The seeds of seeing, knowing, and being are the fertile potentials of pagan and heathen virtues sown by God in creation. Remember, I don't see pagan and heathen like the pre-1967 Catholic insult for all monotheists. TH. There are many things that may trap us from our psycho-spiritual flight and the thorns of their wickedness and confusion about what is good belief. I reversed. Do not project in a denial of the strength you should be building a grounding in. P. Reversed. A lack of consideration cost you pleasure and even opportunities to indulge. A. Be wise and express it in your substance, art, and material work, instead of just as you hail the benevolent God. R. Reversed. Wandering and our deficiency in means to move may change or not hold us back from what is required in our spiritual journey. M. Reversed. Humanity hangs its 10 centers and qualities down because chauvinism was overturned with an additional deception of feminism. K. Let us all strive to become enlightened and become a way shower and light bringer for others. G. Reversed. Act out your obligations and consider the consequences of charity. N. Reversed. Be motivated by loss and need towards more than steadfastness. U. Reversed. undeveloped people act cruelly and without regard. Word is pinch off the knots by the means of the ascending and descending dragon, because the fourfold work is completed. Just like the trump or major arcana and the minor arcana or aces, court, and pip cards of the tarot, runes can be read in their respective order and through their language orders in randomization. Certainly, Auhif Odd Juz Bull Tus Nung Thai Par Muk Gunnu must give some meaning in one of the Western European languages that use some derivative of the Gem Ing Er Manisch Runos are Proto-German secrets or letters, which may have their roots in characters from the region of the Caucasus, region of 26,000 years ago, of 26,000 years or so ago. That is before that period in which we probably only have the pictographic meanings that are favored by your standard Sibyl, Sibula in Greek, our oracle reader, which finds its roots in sacred counseling. And divination in general. I will leave with these here, for whether or not you will use it to bring it into the past, future, and also expound with it in the present. And so the customer service. So somebody uses these cards to certain ends and they become possessed. Do they phone the customer service and say, well, I became possessed by demons using your cards to call on demons for guidance, and the demons decided to control me instead. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, some of them are kind of hard to pronounce. Pronouncing one sound at a time. But anyways.